Hello guys and welcome to Wolf Nation. My name is Mo and today I'm continue with My Hero Academia Season 3, this time episode 25, the finale of Season 3. So yeah, I literally just watched episode 24 a few minutes ago, so let's just dive straight into it guys. Here we go.
They're the students we should be chasing after.
They don't look all that special to me.
Oh, we gotta see
girl,
that
she's pretty hot.
Target acquired. Zoom and enhance. Zoom, 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 zoom.
The guy from outside. I can't believe it. I could only see his face then, so I didn't recognize him. But I know who he is. He was in the sports festival I watched from home last year. He didn't do very well, but he definitely left a strong impression. If I remember
he only
correctly,
use
the other
his
two
quirk
didn't
to
take
make
any
it?
medals home either. And yet, they're UA's big three.
Interesting.
I wonder how they got that title.
Bon, why are you wearing a mask? Is it because you're feeling sick? Or just...
I was just
trying to
assuming
look
that's part of his face.
Oh, whoa! And you must be Todoroki, am I right? Yeah! How'd you get that big burn on your face?
That's none of
And Ashido, if your horns break off, you think you'll grow new ones? Oh, and can you wiggle them? Minetta, are those balls your hair?
I like her,
I don't
but
get it.
I don't know if she's putting up a facade or what.
Oh, Asui, you're a tree frog, not a gross toad, right? Oh my goodness, there's so much I want to know about every one of you. Let's have a Q&A.
That's kind of how I felt when I first got introduced to
Even cuter.
UA.
Those questions make her sound so young.
She wants to know everything about my balls. I'll spill my secrets. Come get up close and personal.
Again, is all you first years fight me at once?
Like hockey.
You want to fight us? What, like now? Well, if you want them to experience our experience, this is a pretty rational way of doing it then. Right, Eraserhead?
Would be
Rational.
interesting.
Let's think about this. You're obviously much further ahead than us, but we've fought pros before.
Not to mention we
Villains.
took down some legitimate villains. I don't think you need to worry about hurting us. We're not a bunch of wannabes.
Heard, but you're gonna have to show me that's the truth. Now, who's gonna start this party?
Okay.
I've got this.
No, I'm first.
You stole my thunder!
I'll catch up with everything I fell behind on these past 3 days!
Just don't get blinded.
You can do it.
View this as a learning experience. It's a good
I know Midori's not
opportunity
gonna
for
be
you.
here, but I kind of want him to at least
Oh, the
impress.
problem child. Yes, this is perfect. I've heard you got plenty of fire in you.
Interesting new tactic.
Why did your clothes just fall off? Oopsie, my quirk's kind of tricky.
Bad move. You're open!
So that's what it's gonna be.
So that's it. His quirk lets things pass through him. It's an amazing power. What should I do?
Went for the face, huh?
But I mean, looking.
What's this? Where'd he go? I think I'll start by taking out the long-distance fighters.
He warped. His power isn't just slipping through things.
How'd he luck out with such a good quirk?
You're wrong. Mario's quirk isn't what you should be jealous of. You should be envying his skills. That's what sets him apart. First,
Seems like he's fast too.
In my opinion, he's the person who's closest to taking the spot of #1 hero. That's including the pros.
Damn.
All the flattery.
Got some muscles.
just that one word and I can tell what level you're all at. Like how an ordinary person might think a pro's impressive, but lack the ability to figure out why. If you can't tell how much hard work Mirio has put in, then you'll never be able to
Shit,
match
just
it.
look at his body.
There's more to his quirk than we're seeing. Whether his true power is slipping through matter, or whether he's somehow warping himself through space. Either way, he's still landing his attacks directly. We should be able to counter him in the moment he's about to make contact.
Hell yeah, but
Even if we can't tell what he's doing.
Impressed?
We should theorize
That's our
what we
boy.
do know, and use that knowledge to find a way to beat him.
He went under!
I bet he'll probably come up. There!
He wasn't surprised? He predicted this is where I'd be. Pretty smart. Watch this!
Ooh.
An ultimate move! Blinder touch eyeball crush! I've discovered that most people try to launch a counterattack just like you did. So naturally, I've trained to work around such moves. Nice try, though.
back on Doria. He's just too good.
I tried to make it so you wouldn't see my willy. Sorry if you got a peek. But anyway, that's a taste of what it's like to fight me.
We all just got punched in the stomach without ever knowing what was going on.
Right, so what do you think? Isn't my quirk strong?
Yeah, it's too strong!
That's not fair! Mine's nothing in comparison!
How exactly do you work?
He's imaginary,
I
right?
activate my quirk in my entire
Taking
body. Then I can pass through anything I want, no sweat. Everything. That includes solid ground.
So that was you falling through the floor of the gym?
That's right, I went deep underground. And then, whenever I release my quirk while I'm falling, something super strange happens. Apparently, things with mass can't overlap. That's called physics. So I get repelled upward. Think of it this way. The ground spits me out and I fly up into the air. That's how my warp works. By adjusting the direction I'm facing or the pose I'm holding, I can change the angle I come out at, so I can aim at different
What about
spots.
that?
Sounds
How
like a
does
buggy
he
video game.
come out
Hey,
where he
that's
wants
pretty
to come out?
funny.
You're able to avoid any attacks, and you can move where you want in an instant.
It's pretty
Oh,
bad.
you were born with a really strong quirk.
Not true. My power's only strong because I made it that way. While my quirk is activated, my lungs can't take in oxygen. Even if I breathe in, the air will just pass through. In the same way, my eardrums don't work, and light can't go through my retinas. I can pass through everything, but that means I can't feel anything while I'm in that state. Even though I have a body, I can't stop falling. I could probably keep going down forever.
Jeez.
Does that make
That's
sense?
kind of scary.
That's why if I want to go through something like, say, a wall, I have to concentrate really hard. I'll activate everything except one leg. Then I release the other leg and land on it. And then the first leg is the last one to go through.
Damn. That's a lot
Even
of
for a
work.
simple action like that, there are a bunch of little steps involved.
Oh man, if I were in a hurry, I would mess that up every single time.
Every scary and painful thing you go through is an important experience that you can't get inside a
I feel
classroom.
like he could be
Even
a
at UA.
really awesome
I transformed the experience I got in my work study into power. That's how I got to the top spot.
Pretty much anyone.
It's why I think they're worth it, even if you're scared. You with me, first years?
Turn experience into power.
He even gives pep talks like a pro.
I can't believe he went through all of this for us, even though
Yeah,
I
he does
could've
seem
just
more like a
explained
number one
it.
hero than
These
Endeavor.
really are different. I did kind of feel like I missed
Be
out on
interesting
stuff
to
in my
see how he
internship.
stacks up
Yeah,
against
they
Endeavor.
try not to let us do anything too dangerous.
Guess it won't be that way during work studies.
At first, his quirk was something that held him back. But still,
Kind of
he
like
made
his.
the most of his power. He got as much experience as he could and learned how to predict people's actions. He's not standing at the top of UA because he was born strong. He worked incredibly hard to get to that point.
I'm working on something else right now, so I can't help you out.
Oh, wait, I know who you are. You're that useless successor who failed at the sports festival.
You have All Might's power, but even using his strength, even
So if it's not going to be Gran Torino, who's it going to be?
still managed to lose to me. It's because I've been so useless that I want to make sure I'm doing whatever I can to get closer to being number one.
Way to make something obvious sound cool there, sport. But why don't you go ask your master about it instead of calling me? He is supposed to be devoting himself to teaching now that he's retired, right?
Yeah, even though he's not here, he can
Mr.
still
Aizawa said we should use the connections we got from our internships.
teach a
Yeah,
lot.
sure, but that doesn't mean you have to go that route.
Don't you think that All Might can introduce you to a bunch of new people? First one that comes to mind is his former sidekick.
He had a sidekick? Wait, did we know that? Am I forgetting anything?
I have news. You're low-key today, aren't you?
Interesting outfit.
Let's hear the report, and to make it quick.
Yes, sir. One of the persons we're investigating is on the move. Overhaul, the head of the Shie Hasaikai.
Who are these guys? So guys, that was the finale of My Hero Academia Season 3. So we got introduced to the big three of UA and of Class 3. Nejiri, she's the girl. I like her. She's energetic. She wants to learn about everyone's quirk and just curious in general. And that's how I felt, or that's how I feel about when I see someone new wanting to learn their quirk and how they use it and stuff like that. Nervous guy. His name is Tamaki. And we don't know anything about him, just that he seems not to do well in crowds, I guess. And then we have Togata. Togata, his quirk is permeation, which is pretty badass. I was about to say, like, yeah, he can, phase through things because we knew that before we really started this episode. But the way he uses it and the way he's able to, like, go underground, come out somewhere else, and surprise attack, it's pretty badass. And to learn, like, the difficulties that came with that quirk, with him being, not really being in the bottom of the class, or I don't know, was it bottom class, bottom school? Anyways, he wasn't where he is right now. It took a lot of hard work, considering that he said that he had to learn how to use his quirk because it used to hinder him, because when he goes through something, he can't really feel his body, so he would have to do like 1 foot at a time and had to be real careful. So like Irene Midori, he said that he saw him in, I think it was last year's festival, and he didn't do well. And he said neither of them took any medals. It just goes to show that these three weren't necessarily the best, but they harnessed, their quirk, and they worked really hard to get to where they are right now. So I'm excited to learn more about them, and definitely excited to learn about the other two quirks. So yeah, I'm glad he's not like a cocky douchebag. He seems like he's the type of person that's willing to take someone else under his wing, hopefully Midoriya, and he's willing to, inspire and teach. And that's maybe one of the reasons why Aizawa said that he's the closest out of anyone, even, pro heroes, to being that the next number one hero, and I can see that now. I didn't necessarily, I couldn't see that when Aizawa said it, but now seeing his quirk in action and seeing his personality definitely reminds me a lot of All Might. And seeing him in action, I'm thinking, Jesus, like if he had his quirk where he is right now and All Might's ability, damn. But then again, how good was he when they were considering him for All Might's quirk? Because, like, what if All Might gave him his quirk and he didn't really feel the need to put in the effort that he put in with his original quirk? I don't know. Interesting to think about, at least. But yeah, poor Bakugo, he's missing out on a lot, and Shoto, he definitely needs his provisional hero license so he can join everyone else. We also saw her twice bringing in this new villain for the League of Villains. It looks like, the Dr. Plague with the mask and stuff. Wonder what kind of quirk he has. Probably has something to do, well, I'm thinking it has something to do with like germs or bacteria or whatever, like something like that. But yeah, overall it was a good episode. Not quite what I was expecting for a finale. Like getting you hyped and on cliffhanger for season 4, but we already had that, I guess, with episode 23, which was awesome. But yeah, like any speculations for season 4, it's definitely got to be like seeing more of the League of Villains, seeing them, advance and grow bigger and bigger, and then seeing, I think we're going to see more about Endeavor and like what he's going through. Is he going to be able to keep that number 1 mantle? Like, what's going to happen with him? And then obviously more of the big 3 and the whole, hero studies and the advancement of our class. I was all like hoping that they were going to be able to land a punch or whatever, but he's on a different level. Dory was able to, predict where he was going to attack, but he was just too good. So we'll see what happens, especially with like Midoriya, Gran Torino being like, talk to All Might, he can introduce you to someone. So I wonder if All Might, he said All Might's sidekick. So is that something I'm forgetting? Because obviously it's been a while. I had a refresher with like a few episodes prior, but don't remember if we learned anything about. No, I don't think we heard anything about psychic. Just about like he had a mentor and stuff like that. Right? I think so. So yeah, either I'm completely blanking out, or we didn't see his sidekick, which makes me wonder where is his sidekick right now. Why isn't he a pro hero? And if he is a pro hero, where is he? Why isn't he like in the top 10 or whatever? So we'll see. Guys, that was the finale of season 3 of My Hero Academia. Looking forward to season 4. I'm gonna try to have that up not too long from now. So hit me in the comments and let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, take it easy.